then,
It's not.
and then, when this moves forward, you're involved in a project that's 25 miles away.
22.
Excuse me, that's even better.
Yes.
22 miles away where you can smoke and play table games and have quote slot machines.
Yes, sir.
But that won't compete against what you have in the 22-mile radius.
No, it will compete.
And you're gonna finance the whole thing.
A portion of it, not the entire thing.
All right.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
If I could turn back to the barns and stalls, please, in Austintown.
We're having too much fun on this.
I noticed that. I realize Mr. Basler is not here, but did he express an opinion as to whether 10 barns at 76 each would be sufficient to begin to hold a race or a horse meet in Austintown?
He expressed a concern that wouldn't be adequate. He did indicate that they were prepared to move forward with the concept that we've been discussing with them, which is we provide the horsemen a budget for the backside, and they would construct whatever they could within that budget.
So you're gonna subcontract with them, sir?
Subcontract or just,
With the HPPA?
or members of the HBPA rather than the entire HBPA. That's not clear to me. The conversations were with Mr. Bassler.
What does your general contractor think about that?
They're not thrilled, but this will be an all-union job regardless, so,
Yeah, I would think in Mahoning County it would be.
yes.
Is there at least agreement between Mr. Basler and yourself, between Penn Gaming, as to what the appropriate number is for the number of stalls required at Austintown?
No, there isn't. I mean, they're.
Are there two competing views, perhaps?
Yeah, probably 1,100 is their expectation, and 760 is what we've got on this site plan.
How many stalls do you have at Penn National?
1,050, of which 970 are currently occupied.
And how many thoroughbred tracks are you all involved in? And what is the stall count at the other two tracks?
We have stall count in Charlestown of a little bit over 1,200. Penn National Charlestown racing year-round to over 200 days a year.
You said a big race here tonight, didn't you?
Yes, sir. And we also own Zia Park, which has 1,500 stalls. Zia is, if you're familiar with Hobbs, New Mexico, which is charitably in the middle of nowhere, so there is no shift-in opportunities for that meet. Also, that is a 60% thoroughbred, 40% quarter horse meet. Just for a point of reference, we've done research on our tracks and the current Beulah. Right now, 30% of our horses are shipping in at Beulah. If we're going to average 8 horses or 8.5 horses a race at the new meet, we anticipate we would need approximately 800 stalls to run that type of meet.
So, Chris, we think on the low side, there is a scenario where this plan might work.
We believe so, and we've indicated, I think we've indicated that based on Plan 2 and budgets, we would look at whether it makes sense to for anything else. But 800 would be, from our numbers, a reasonable number to start.
And by comparison, Presque Isle opened with 500.
500, they're
and
at
they're on
769 right now.
They're at this
No,
number.
I'm sorry, 670 right now. They're under 700. Stacy may know with Mountaineer, but they're under 700 right now.
Are the horsemen still thinking about taking the money that's been allocated and just taking over the barn and stall construction?
Yes, the construction piece, that's all, not the operations.
Right,
Not
just the construction.
Not the security and everything else. Those have been the discussions that we've been having. And part of this plan to modify, our original plan had barns with 46 stalls
Yes.
per barn. We're driving every dollar of cost out of this as possible in order to drive those costs down to get as many stalls as possible.
Your contractor's feeling the heat of some competition, perhaps?
It helps.
Is that possible?
The layout is
It
up
helps.
here.